Hello everybody, I am back with another video. As you can see by the title, it is my March pickups video. Now this was a very busy month for me, dealing with school and all of that stuff, but I was still able to pick up a plethora of stuff, simply because it was my birthday this month. So I got a lot of great stuff, and I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, in my last pickups video, I did show you guys this retro system that my mom got me, as well as a bunch of games for it. But I'm just going to go ahead and run through this real quick, just in case you didn't watch that video. So, here we have the Atari 2600. It's in very great condition. So, I'm going to go ahead and just go through all these games very quickly. I'm not going to speak about any of them, only because I want to keep this video a little bit shorter than my other videos. So, first we have Missile Command. And it's like 34 different telegames. Star Raiders. Grand Prix. 2 copies of Combat. Bowling. Asteroids. A classic. A must-have for the Atari 2600. Space Invaders. Video Pinball. Casino. Sword Quest, Earthworld, Maze, E.T., and apparently this is like the worst game ever created. I was completely unaware, but Fran, from Original Fuse Gaming, was telling me that so many copies of this were made, and they ended up just throwing a bunch of them in a big waste dump, like, place. I'm not sure about that, but that is just unbelievable. I still have yet to pop this in, but if it's that bad, I don't know if I want to. Miss Pac-Man, the one game that I was most excited about getting for my Atari 2600, as well as Donkey Kong. Now my friends also got me a few things for my birthday this month, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys those as well. The first thing here is Kingdom Hearts. Now I had an incomplete copy of this. I used to have a copy of it, but I sold it. I don't know why. Because as you guys know, this game is arguably my favorite game of all time. So, I ended up borrowing a complete copy from my friend, and when I tried to return it to him, he said, "No, Rusty, you collect these now, keep it," and I was very thankful for that, so thank you, man. And next, I'm very thankful that my friend got me this. He's already donated a bunch of his games, which I just can't thank him enough for, but recently, thanks to him, I started watching the Colbert Report, and Nation, if you don't watch this show, you need to just adjust your time better so that you can watch this amazing television program starring Stephen Colbert, quite possibly the funniest man alive right now. And my friend got me a copy of his book, I Am America, and So Can You. I have yet to start reading this, but I cannot tell you how excited I am to begin reading this. It just looks hilarious. He is just hysterical. His jokes, his satire, I mean, he makes politics so interesting, which, you know, is awesome in my opinion. And another thing great about Stephen Colbert, for those of you that have not yet heard the atrocious attempt at a song, Friday by Rebecca Black, well, he actually makes that song bearable. He made it bearable by singing it live on Jimmy Fallon's show. If you haven't seen that, you need to look it up, because it is hysterical, and Stephen Colbert actually makes the song sound pretty good. So, thank you. I'm not going to say your name, because I don't know if you want me to. But thank you, man. So guys, this was a big month for the Nintendo DS for me. While everyone else was out there purchasing the 3DS, I was stocking up on the actual DS games, just normal, regular DS, because I have yet to purchase my 3DS, but I will in June, don't worry. So, first 2 games here, my dad purchased these for, excuse me, my dad purchased these for me for my birthday, 2 games I was strongly anticipating, and the first game here is Okamiden, and that came with the stylus and screen cleaner from GameStop. I've yet to open this, and I don't plan on doing so. But I'm really enjoying the game so far. It reminds me a lot of the Ocarina of Time, just the gameplay and the environments too. But I'm not going to go into extreme detail about this because Craig actually wrote a fantastic review over on tvandlust.net, and his thoughts on the game don't differ from mine too much, so I'm just going to go ahead and suggest you guys go over there and check his review out. It's a really great, informative, detailed, written review on tvandlust.net. I'll post a link at the bottom. But I am 11 hours into this, and like I said, I'm really enjoying it. It is a great game, and I strongly recommend you guys pick it up. Next game is another game I was strongly anticipating, Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Originally a mobile game in Japan, it was eventually ported to the Nintendo DS over here stateside, so I was very excited to get into this, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I am really enjoying it. It is really great. Steph's2Def actually did a review, so if you guys are interested in getting some gameplay footage, I'll post a link to her channel at the bottom of this video as well. Excuse me. But it plays very similar to any of the other Kingdom Hearts games. But what I really liked about this one, and why I like it so much, is because they actually strayed away from just the regurgitated formula of the game. You know, I really enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 2. 358 over 2 days was meh, and Birth by Sleep was fantastic too. But those games didn't stray away from the button mashing gameplay that fans of the series enjoy. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because it's nice to stick to what works, but it's also nice to try new things and go out on a limb and add new types of gameplay elements to an already fantastic game, and that's what they did with this, which is really awesome. One of the instances in the side-scrolling gameplay, you basically are Sora and you're traveling from one end to the other, and it's just simple platforming. You're just jumping from different platforms, yes, as well as using like various abilities and upgrades and things along the way. And there's also even turn-based action in this, which is really, really cool, because Square Enix is famous for many of their turn-based RPGs. This game actually has some of those elements in the game. Now, another thing that is a little bit disappointing is they don't really implement many new worlds. They are some of the same ones that we've seen so many times, i.e. Wonderland and Agrabah and things like that. But like I said, I loved how they implemented the new gameplay elements, such as the turn-based role-playing and side-scrolling platforming. I thought that was really cool. So I'm glad that I got this, and I strongly recommend, if you guys are a fan of the series, to pick this up. So I tweeted about this quite a bit because I was so freaking excited to get these games, 2 of which are imports. The other 3 were just games that I was, I think there's 3. Yes, the other 3 I was just interested in getting, and I got these on Game Teasy. But the interesting thing about this was, this guy didn't live in Japan, but the box that he sent it in was just a normal box. But the stuff that he wrapped it in was actually this Japanese newspaper. Now, I don't know if you guys can see very well, but that's Japanese writing, and it's a Japanese newspaper, which I personally thought was pretty freaking cool. Now, I don't know if he lives in Japan, visited Japan, or if maybe someone sent him something from Japan and wrapped it up in this. I don't know, but I thought it was kind of cool, and I'm going to keep it. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to save the 2 imports for last. The first game here has probably flown over 90% of the DS owners' radar, because even though it was published by Nintendo, I don't think many people even knew or know to this day that it exists. And that's Glory of Herakles. It is a turn-based RPG that looks very similar to I want to say Dragon Quest, but maybe that's taking things a little too far. But basically, it's set in like ancient Greece, and it has to do with like mythology and a lot of the Greek gods and Mount Olympus and things like that. Things that I'm very interested in, and I'm interested in Greek mythology. I like RPGs, and I like to play video games. So, you know, that's all of that in this one little piece of goodness here. You know, I got Club Nintendo points. I paid like $5 for it. It's complete, mint condition. I don't really know what else you can ask for. I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun with this. I've yet to pop it in though. Next here we have Star Fox Command. I have not yet played this game, but I'm a very avid fan of the series, and Craig actually did a review for all the Star Fox games that are currently available, and you know, after watching his review, it looked very similar to the SNES and N64 versions, and if that holds true, I'm sure I'm going to really enjoy this game. Next is Dragon Ball Origins. Now, I remember when I first started out on YouTube, I hadn't even made any videos yet. I was just looking around at the gaming community, and one of the first videos I watched was Steps to Death's review of this game. And ever since, I've been subscribed to her channel. But anyways, that's beside the point. This game it really is great. You know, I don't know if it has a tremendous fan base behind it, but the second one was released not too long ago. That was actually one of my first videos, was my unboxing and review for that. But this game is so great, and I'll tell you why. The cutscenes in this are phenomenal. They're very well done. They look great, especially in the DSi XL, because, I mean, it honestly looks like you're watching the cartoon on your DS. I mean, I personally think they're that good. And the game itself is a lot of fun, too. If you've played the Zelda games, it plays very similar to that. You control Goku with your stylus by touching the screen, and then you click on the enemies to attack them. It's got a lot of content. It's a decently long game. And like I said, the cutscenes are just incredibly well done. The graphics are great. The animation's great. And the story is really great as well. It, you know, plays hand in hand with the anime as well as the cartoon if you follow either of those. So I strongly recommend that you pick up Dragon Ball Origins 1 or 2. I did a review for 2, so you might want to check that out. But it's a great series of games, and definitely deserves a lot more attention. So check out Dragon Ball Origins for the Nintendo DS. Alright guys, so my first 2 imported games, I personally didn't import them. The guy from Game Teasy did. But it's still great to have them. So the first one here is The Legend of Cage 2. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that obviously is all Japanese writing. Now, I haven't gotten a chance to play this yet either, but I did look up some gameplay footage, and it looked very similar to Dragon Age, what am I saying? Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword for the Nintendo DS as well, and I have that game, and I have completed it, and if it is anything like that, I'm excited to get into it, but basically, it looks like a side-scrolling hack and slash, mixed with some platforming elements, so I'm very excited to get into this. I may struggle as far as finding out what's going on because I obviously can't read Japanese, but I'm sure I'll be able to work my way through it. But I have heard it's brutally difficult, so I may not get very far. But I'm still excited to try and pop that one in. Now, this is the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Not really the moment I've been waiting for, but this game I've been wanting forever, and I was going to import it if this guy didn't have it. And he sold it to me for $20, which is a steal in my opinion, considering it is in mint condition. That is Jump Ultimate Stars. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with this game, what it's about, and just what it entails at all, I'm here to let you guys know. Now, this game is about as close as you're going to get to Super Smash Bros. For your Nintendo DS. Basically, there are a just astronomical amount of characters in this game. Any anime or manga that you can think of, from Naruto, Shaman King, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Prince of Tennis, Ultimate Muscle, whatever you can think of, it is in this game. Characters from those games are pulled out of there and put into this game, which is why this game hasn't come stateside, because it is a licensing nightmare, and which isn't a problem because I still have it. But what the game's about. Alright, so I haven't actually gotten into the story yet, but what I have played are the versus battles, similar to if you just start like in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, a versus battle. basically you have a party of characters, 2 of which you can control and swap out with you know, the flick of the not the flick, but the press of one of the shoulder buttons. And you can switch between those 2 characters whenever you want in, you know, the blink of an eye. But you also have a plethora of other characters in your party, and you can see them on these little comic panels on the bottom screen on the touch screen. Now if you press on one of those comic book panels, you'll summon the character, similar to like Marvel vs. Capcom. They'll kind of come on the screen for like 2 or 3 seconds and maybe like, you know, in the sense of Dragon Ball Z, shoot out like Kai or whatever. You know, it's really, really cool because basically, you know, you start out the round on your with the character in these different stages. There's just a ton of different stages that you have available to you. But and then you're basically fighting a bunch of dudes, similar to Super Smash Bros. Brawl, except you do have health. It's not like a percentage, and you can fall off the stage just like Super Smash Bros. And then you can swap out your between your 2 characters whenever you want, as well as, like I said, use the touch screen to kind of summon these other characters to fight for you for like 3 seconds. They'll just shoot an attack at the opponent. So it's really, really cool, guys. Like I said, I cannot tell you how excited I am to finally own this game. And if it even sounds remotely interesting to you, I strongly recommend that you import it. And if you're not comfortable with importing, definitely look on eBay or GameTeasy, and definitely look around to see if you can find a copy. But I'm telling you, if, like I said, if you are even closely, just simply have any interest in this game at all, it's definitely worth the $50 price tag it has on it on PlayAsia. And then shipping, of course, will cost you a little extra, but it's well worth it, guys. And that is Jump Ultimate Stars for the Nintendo DS. And don't let the fact that it's in Japanese scare you away, because there are a multitude of walkthroughs online that will walk you through it. And the menu system is very easy to navigate, and I haven't even looked online yet, and I can't read Japanese. So, guys, seriously, you need to just import that game. I thank you guys so much for the support that you guys give me, and I thank you again for watching this video. You guys are the reason why I keep doing this, and it just makes it so enjoyable to hear from you guys, hear feedback from you guys, and I can't wait to answer all your questions in a few weeks for the Q&A that I already posted. So if you haven't asked me a question yet, please drop a comment over there, and I'll post a link at the bottom of this video for the channels that I mentioned, Craig and his review for Okamiden, as well as Steps to Death and her review for the Kingdom Hearts Recoded. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later.